Hello everyone, my name is Valshan, also known as James inside the game, and today we are going over the DPS, healing, and tank specs for Bronzebeard Classic Plus. So let's get right into it. So starting off, we have Frost. I'm putting Frost in A tier. Frost Mage goes hard in AoE. It does alright in single target. Um, I would even be willing to put these guys in S tier, but their single target isn't amazing. But I am going to put them in S tier strictly on their AoE and the fact that they can keep up with most people in S, everybody else who's in S. So next brings us Arcane. Arcane does really good single target. It does pretty good AoE. Strictly for Touch the Magi, I'm going to stick it in S tier. Fire Mage, I'm going to keep an A tier simply because it is so difficult to get crit gear whenever our max level is 60. You can though, but it just takes some prep work. Next, we have Ret. That is an easy S tier. They are very much a handicapped class. Roll your face across the keyboard, get your kills, easy peasy. Next, we will do Shadow Priest. We're putting Shadow Priest in B tier. They do very well, but they definitely lack a little bit in DPS. Uh, Not to say that they're the worst class, period, uh, for DPS, but it's not the best. Now, one caveat, real quick, to go over is the fact that every class is decently balanced. Even the worst classes can still participate in doing the hardest content. So keep that in mind as we go through this. Next is Assassination. I will put Assassination in B tier, right in front of Shadow Mage. That'd be cool. Shadow Priest. Sub Rogue, I'm putting in S tier along with Combat. As soon as I find it, there it is. I will put Sub just above Combat. Next, we have Balance. Balance Druid does good on AoE. I haven't seen enough Balance Druids on single target to know that they do good, but from what I've seen, they should be doing pretty decent. Next, we have uh, Feral Druid. Feral Druid, it lacks quite a bit. I would put them just below Shadow Priest. Um, as they are kind of falling behind a little bit, but I still have seen some feral druids top even frost mages in single target. I will put this way. Next, we have the shaman classes. I will put both enhancement and elemental in A tier. I would even put them just above rogues and druid, as they do some pretty massive things. I'll even put these guys above fire. I'll put fire at the bottom just because of how much like prep work you need to put into your gear for it to be good. Affliction S tier demo. Haven't seen enough demo warlocks, so I will put them in A tier, just above fire. Um, You know what? I'm actually going to put them at the top of A tier because the demo warlocks that I have seen have been absolutely demolishing. Nobody plays Destrolock all that much, but from the ones that I have seen, they do really, really good. I've seen their Hellfires do some insane AoE. I've seen some crazy damage on single target. So I will keep them right next to demo. Arms Warrior, Arms Warrior's S tier, Fury Warrior A tier. I'll put Fury Warrior just below enhancement. onto the hunters. Survival. Survival melee does insane damage. Uh, Marksman also does insane damage. Beastmaster, I will put down here just above Shadow Priest. I'll even put them at the top of B tier. They do really, really good, but the other classes tend to just do better from what I have seen. So, take a look here. This is the updated tree and how everything looks. Okay, so for tanking, we have the Prot Pally at A tier. They do great raid, they do great in mythic dungeons, they're just great overall. Prot Warriors, I'll put Prot at S tier as well. They do great in dungeons, great in raid. They are overall, I'm never upset to see a Prot Pally. Feral Tank, I will put in B tier. They are great in raid, but they struggle with being either too squishy in dungeons or they can't keep up with doing enough DPS wise so they can kind of either go defensive or offensive. Then we have, where is it? Is that all the tanks? Am I going nuts? Is that it? Not it. I knew I was going nuts. Enhancement Shaman tank, S tier. I'll even move these guys up to A tier because they do so well in raid. So here is the raids and the dungeon tanking tier list for all of them. They all do great, honestly. So let's go into healer. Okay, so going on to healer, I'm putting Paladin I'll put Pally at A tier, Disc Priest, A tier, Resto Druid at S tier, Resto Shaman at S tier, and I'm putting Holy Priest I'll put them at A tier as well. Let me organize these just a little bit. Yeah, I think that right there is good. I'm thinking, sorry. Yeah, I would say that these are going to be the best overall for dungeons, raids, etc. So let me pull up all of those again, and we'll be right back so that you can see all three tier lists side by side. So here are all of the classes side by side and how they are doing. I would say that this is a pretty solid tier list. Again, the worst class is still good. Remember that. This is important to know. I need you to know that the worst class is still good. It's still viable. Feral Druid can still participate in the hardest content with Ret Pally. Feral Tank can still do good with Prot Pally. A Holy Paladin can still do good with Resto Druids. All of the classes are still good. And if you guys like that video, feel free to hit subscribe and check out our other videos as we make some pretty cool content. Also, if you go here and you click on this link, you go to Discord. I'm going to start putting announcements whenever we upload a video so that you will know first. Also, the third is going to be the release of Ascension Bronzebeard Classic Plus, and it is going to be a pretty big anniversary for me as well. We are coming up on 10 years in the making, and we are pushing 2K subscribers. This year, we got a little bit more serious with our YouTube. So let's get that subscriber count up to 2K, and I hope to see you guys in Discord. Bye.